Okay, look, I'm trying to get this video in, alright? It's like 50 right now, okay? It's 30 scary videos that will scare you shirtless. I don't know why they didn't say shitless, but it seems to be, shirtless to me. And it's by Chills, alright?
Coming up
I
in
don't want to
this
see it.
number 30, Possessed. This woman looks like she's stretching at first, but soon you realize that something's off. Posted to TikTok by Delsry Octave, the woman is bracing herself against a door frame. It seems like she's stretching her legs. Then, while chanting, she tries to enter the room. One leg drags uselessly behind her. As she moves forward, she retrieves a few items before the outstretched leg is dragged from beneath her. She is dragged down completely from the room. What's happening here? Is she possessed? Most in the comments think so. What do you think is going on here? Number 29, surprise in parking garage. This car was navigating a parking garage when they encountered a surprise. Published by Johanna14 in February of 2012, the scary video captures the car beeping at someone you cannot clearly see. Then, through the rainy windshield, you finally spot it. Right in front of the vehicle is an alligator. After a moment, it scurries off and towards some people that are not in a vehicle. The driver warns them to watch out.
Watch out behind you!
As the small gator hides behind a nearby car, he is then seen making his way into the darkness. Did he manage to take other pedestrians by surprise? Or was he just on his way to Cinnabon? Number 28, Sixth Sense. While walking in the Fox family cemetery, this couple's dogs started behaving strangely. Published by Matthias Eger in November of 2013, this footage captures the dog freaking out about something unseen. Only a few gravestones are scattered throughout the fallen leaves, and the cemetery is empty, except for all those below the ground, of course. The dog appears on high alert and is looking in one direction in particular, at this gravestone. He even starts growling and backing away from it.
You know how people can censor something behind them? Or, they're looking on people?
What does he see? Well, many in the comments are telling the trio to leave. Bushy Brow Sensei agrees, writing, I was thinking maybe the dog could smell the remains, but that last reaction was definitely fear. I think it's time to go. Number 27, Camp Shield's Ghost. If you insist on insulting a ghost, then you're really asking for it. Published in April of 2022, this guy is taunting a ghost at Camp Shields. When it responds in kind, first it knocks back.
Show me. Show me. Prove to me that you're do it, pussy. What, you mad? Show me. Swing some.
Then it appears. Moments later, a second cupboard swings open, and something clangs inside. It sounds like something is growling inside there.
Hey, chill the
And a shallow roaring occurs one last time.
Hey! Cut that off.
What is hidden in this closet at Camp Shields? I'm not sure we want to know. Number 26, Swept Away. Here's even more reason to not build your house too close to the ocean. Posted to Twitter by @Cape Hatteras NPS. An unoccupied house was captured on video collapsing into the sea off Rodenthade, North Carolina in early May of this year. The footage shows the two-story house on stilts standing precariously near the aggressive waves as the wind whips through. Then its front stilts give way collapsing the house headfirst into the sea.
Think of it. 3 bad things. Moving water, wind, and sand. We're in wet sand.
It lands flat and is pulled
it's
out
just gonna
to sea
fall.
for a moment
Or
by
wet
the
or dry
tide,
wet.
but the waves quickly push it
least
back
make it
in. After a while, it comes to a standstill on the
like brick.
shore, looking
Something.
shoddy and dilapidated. Reports say that this is the second unoccupied house to collapse on this day at Cape Hatteras. This is not a good day for those homeowners. Number
you think?
25, prehistoric eel. Steer clear of this swampland. It is home to prehistoric reptiles. Published by MD Starbeast in May of 2022. The YouTuber is wondering what this
Like a
creature
statue.
is. Surrounded by lily pads, a snake-like head protrudes from the swampland. It's very still but seems to be rising up out of the water.
Oh, it's done it. Stone Cold Sun. It's fake.
Is it an eel of some kind? Some obscure reptile?
That's fake.
A water dragon?
Fake.
What is your theory? Number
Fake.
24,
Fake.
haunting woman. A woman haunts this old house, and these paranormal investigators are about to meet her. Published by Thiago Furacao, he and his partner are exploring this haunted home when they are greeted by this, their EMF meters going full throttle as they look back at the doorway terrified.
C'est vieux. Oh.
They
Sorry,
follow the
you're
phantom woman into
paralyzed.
this room, but they find no one. Still, their EMF meter is full. There's a crack in the wall in this room, and Thiago instinctively heads towards it.
God.
Setting her camera there, she captures the woman again.
Why not? I'm sorry, Mr. Hunchback.
Would you remain in this home with such a reclusive figure?
Yeah, sure,
Or is it
why
time
not?
for these two to leave her to her ghost town? Number 23, Graveyard Doll. This creepy doll was found perched on a platform in a graveyard. What is it doing here? Posted to the oddly terrifying subreddit by Blocks. The doll's eyes follow you wherever you move. It appears to be dressed in a baptism garb, and it has 2 sharp teeth and what look like real hair. The doll just keeps watching with its eerie grin as the
Watch her start
cameraman
walking
takes it
away,
in from all angles.
and then turn back, and
While
then
some
guess
in the
what?
comments explain that these
Where'd he
eyes
go?
are able to follow you due to the curvature of the glass. That still doesn't explain what this creepy demon doll is doing in a graveyard. Some Redditors want this thing removed from the earth just to be safe, but Geraldine Ferrari writes, its eyes would still follow you. Yikes. Number 22, stranger at the door. This stranger in a hockey jersey demands entry. Would you let him in?
Yeah, why not?
Let me in.
Published
that?
by Sam
By the
Maloney in
side
May
of
of
my chinny chin chin?
2022. This Ring doorbell camera captured this man's attempted
thing
entry
by the
on
side of my
video.
chinny chin chin?
After being dropped off by a white car that drives away, the man walks up the stairs and rings the doorbell a couple of times. He speaks in a strange, froggy voice. He continues to growl at the door.
Let me in.
By the side of my chinny chin chin.
Let
I
me
don't know.
in.
What's the movie from?
Alexa then asks him what his intentions are, and he responds,
Let
Welcome.
me in.
This is Alexa. What is the purpose of the visit?
I require entry.
After demanding entry, the man disappears from the camera's sight, but it's not clear where he went. He didn't retreat down the front stairs. Did he find a way in through the door or a window? You and me are left with more questions than answers. Number 21, aggressive demon. What is it like to have a bad encounter with a demon? You're about to find out. Published by Dark Life in December of 2021. this ghost hunter is thrown from above and not so politely asks why he came.
Huh?
When he asks who she is, she responds, and when he later asks that she state her name, her real voice comes out.
Я человек. А ты кто?
Later, when no one is answering him, he hears a noise coming from the next room, and that something appears to get aggressive with him, pulling him to the ground.
What the f-
That's when his battery runs out. Did he make it out alive? Well, this video did make its way online, but let's say only the demon knows for sure. Number 20, Fairy Species. Published in May of 2019, Erwin Saunders captures these bite-sized creatures on camera
Cine
in the mossy
Sasquatch.
woods of the UK. Is this a new fairy species? The little critter is seen carefully making its way through the woods.
Why'd you run at it?
Nearly blending in with his surroundings, but this isn't the scariest part. When Erwin enters this narrow cave, he gets a bit of a surprise. Something is slithering in the darkness. It doesn't quite look like a snake, but it's making its way toward Erwin, who quickly backs out of the cave in shock.
Look at the fucking size of that thing.
Something there. Okay,
Holy shimmer me timbers, man.
Erwin says it's a worm of European mythology, which is described as a huge limbless, wingless dragon or sea serpent.
I'm sorry.
Did this
but
nature?
What did you just say?
Erwin says it's a
huge
worm
wingless-
of
wingless
European
dragon?
mythology, which is described as a huge limbless, wingless dragon
A
or
wingless,
sea serpent.
wingless
Did this
dragon.
nature guide just encounter two mythological creatures in the forest? These magical surroundings sure seem like the right habitat for them. Number 19, Abandoned Dorm. This old dormitory has a story to tell. According to the channel 01 Supernatural Studio, who published this video in February of 2022, this dormitory was left behind by a foreign company after an incident happened in this place. What type of incident though? Well, he doesn't go into detail, but considering the company left this place abandoned, it must not be a good one. Using thermotechnology along with an EMF meter, the ghost hunter quickly detects some energy here. As he's exploring the place, he's ascending the stairs when his EMF meter again detects an energy field. His thermotechnology spies what looks like a figure in the corner. Later, while he's standing still, he hears a faint noise coming from somewhere within the house. Who is there with him? Maybe this dorm hasn't been abandoned after all. Number 18, House of Mirrors. While exploring this haunted place, this paranormal crew discovers that entities manifest in the mirrors. Published by Albert of the Arch. They search the home when they spy this. While the white object looks spooky at first, hanging there in the hallway when they approach, they find it's a piece of paper posted on a door.
Okay, and?
As they continue their search and discover a door to an attic above moving on its own.
Wow, look at there.
Ok. Bueno, pero eso puede ser el viento. Está en un exterior, entonces se cuela el aire con eso.
Later, while they're all in one room, a shadow passes by a mirror in the adjacent room. No one is there. They don't know what to make of it.
Pues sabes que uno de los implementos que me gustan muchísimo para este tipo de lugares, que me gusta muchísimo para este tipo que me gusta muchísimo para este tipo.
Not long after, while they're speaking over a statue of Jesus, a faint scream is heard in the background. Is that scream coming from the entity in the mirror? Sounds like it wants out.
Cuando estas energías vienen a la luz, ya no pueden salir. Se hace como una especie de lugar que los bloquea, ¿sí sabes?
Number 17, Nightmare Hotel. Are you ready to spend the night in one of the most haunted places in the UK? Published in May of 2022, Exploring with Josh explores the Skirrid Inn, a place reputed to see high levels of paranormal activity. As the team spends their overnighter in the place, all is still and quiet until... Can you see it moving?
Whoa! Holy! Oh my! What the? Holy shit! Look at how fast! Bro, no bullshit.
As they continue to explore the place, gathered in a pack, they hear this noise.
See? And yours. You can't fake that. That might be the most amazing evidence.
Is it hissing or what?
I'm actually kind of scared to sleep here.
Then, as they're downstairs, they hear their music box detecting motion
know this guy. He's
upstairs.
with,
When they ask the spirit to step forward, they hear it again. Who is brave enough to go and check it out? Upstairs, one of the crew listens in, relaying its messages to the rest.
Norse. Viking. Leave. Dude, he's straight up talking about you, on God. Dude, this is...
One of the messages is very clear, and the messages get more pointed.
Fool, it's always the devil like this and that.
Who's the fool?
You all.
Oh my god. Look, shit on by ghost. Get
When the
absolutely
group suggests pulling their crew member out, the spirit becomes adamant.
Dude, he said
But anything
stuff to us already. Like,
called the fool by a ghost. It's not even alive.
No, don't.
Imagine that.
Don't. Yeah, we should pull him out. That was probably the scariest one we've ever had for like Estes message.
Now we're getting mixed messages. Does the spirit want them to go or stay? I'd sprint for it. Number 16, Horror Colony. Exploring this horror colony will leave you horrified. Published by Black Shadow in April of 2022, the team first attempts to climb this rickety ladder to get inside. After seeing how unsteady it is, they make their way around the building. That's when they hear something in the surrounding trees.
The stairs collapse. The hell?
Once inside, things are falling apart around them, or are they being purposefully broken?
I don't think this is the one.
It certainly seems like something is stalking them. Is it the long-lost clan of the Horror Colony?
Yeah, it is. Is it? What the fuck?
Number 15, Haunted Estates. Paranormal explorers Mackie and Amanda are investigating two haunted South California estates in this scary video, the Kellogg House and the Mag House. Published in March of 2022, they are in the Kellogg House when something touches Amanda's arm.
Ooh, something just touched my arm. What? Something just touched my arm. Really? Super lightly, but I felt it just go like super light.
A moment later, she says it feels like the whole house is shaking. Later, they're sitting in one of the rooms when they hear someone knocking. Mackie also mentions that she heard someone's voice earlier.
Yeah, I did. I thought I heard someone, and it was like, it sounded like a lady talking out there. Like, that's probably a worker, but I remember Eli said that he's the only one here.
While in the dining room, they hear a beeping noise. It is not coming from one of their paranormal devices. Not long after, they hear footsteps, and then those footsteps sound like they're running right at them.
Anyone's up? No, really, what is that? I don't know. Is someone upstairs?
Yes, it's me. Oh my god.
Later, they're in a child's bedroom when one of their paranormal devices picks up an EVP, and then a second one. They speak to the spirits using a spirit box, who tell them that they're present.
So?
Yes.
Yes. What? Here. Mm-hmm. What room are you in?
Here.
Then, when they leave the room, the music box is triggered again. Is something following them around these haunted estates?
No.
What does it want from them?
No.
This is the master bedroom right here. This is where they wanted us to come, so...
It's still going off. Something's following us in here.
Oh, you're right!
Something just, it was you, it went off, and then it was me, it went off, and then there was...
Number 14, 3 witches. While walking down an empty street at night, this man encountered not one, but 3 witches. Posted to the very spooky video subreddit by Enrique Glue. He hears them before he sees them. The witches are making these horror movie noises that are creepy in and of themselves. As he walks, he spies this figure off to his right. He then makes a run for it, but their scary wails follow him. Next, he spies this figure to the left. He continues running as the screaming gets crazier.
No cares.
And lastly, another figure in white coming from this alleyway to the right. Many in the comments think the noise sounds like cats or an upset husky. Others say this is obviously the call for the witch meeting. What do you think is happening here? I can't imagine it's anything good.
Probably something amazing.
Number 13, try to sleep. These ghost hunters got no sleep in this haunted house, and that's mainly due to the demonic spirits within. Published by Mindseed TV in October of 2020. While Tanner is doing the blind spirit box test, notice this shadow figure in the background. Later during the same session, these glowing eyes peer in through a window. While the team notes that the light could belong to flashlights outside. Why would they appear like this? As the session continues, watch the pot and pan rack behind Tanner. Something is clearly in this room.
At me. Just say it.
It's me, your brother.
Later, as they try to get some shut-eye in this haunted abode, some unnatural movements of Casey's arm and upper body convince the team that the demons want to disturb their sleep.
That isn't something that I would do in my sleep on my own. It's scary.
Or maybe they want something else. Their souls, perhaps? For more creepy videos like this, be sure to check out Mindseed TV's channel. Number 12, Unearthly Entities. A paranormal crew communicated with numerous unearthly entities in this haunted place. Published by Paranormal Voyages in January of 2022, the crew first records a disembodied voice that they don't seem to hear in the moment.
Yeah.
What does that say? I'm sorry, Mom.
A moment later, while they're communicating through the spirit box, something appears over one of their shoulders. They then hear what sounds like a scream.
Oh, that was disembodied. That sounded like it was disembodied to me.
It was a scream.
The spirits tell one of the crew to move forward.
Something's telling me for you to move forward a little more.
What? What the heck is that? You hear that?
Whoa.
I want to move forward.
Later, while using a Kinect, an anomaly is detected. After being bombarded with questions, the spirits have a question for the crew.
But why? Oh! No. Oh my! Did you hear that whisper? But why? But why? I asked for a baby, yeah, and we said no, and it goes, but why?
While they continue to communicate, one of the crew feels a sharp pain in his heart.
Oh.
What? Jeez. Heart just started hurting. You alright? Yeah, I think. That was like a sharp pain.
Back with the Connect, another anomaly makes its presence known.
Where?
What do all these spirits want with the living? Maybe if we listen
There's not a
closely,
living
we'll hear
without a
it.
kid.
Number
You
11,
get it.
cemetery
There's not a living without a
apparition.
kid killing.
Ghost boy, known as a Pukong in Indonesian, was
Pukong.
captured on film in this cemetery. Posted by Antarija, a cameraman is wandering a cemetery at night when he turns to spot this figure. The figure is standing wrapped like a mummy. The distorted face is barely discernible, and the cameraman quickly turns and flees into the darkness. He keeps turning back, and somehow the figure is closer and closer.
Okay, that's bullshit. Jesus.
Its horrifying face is what nightmares are made of. It's not.
God, dude. It looks like fucking. You know what kind of looks like? It looks like a. I'm sure you guys know Ghost Rider, but like with skin. You know what I mean? With skin on.
Clear if the
But
thing
it's
is
like-
chasing him, but it does seem to be on his tail. Did he make it out alive? Or are one of these graves for him? Let's hope not. Number 10, body outline. Would you ever purchase a house knowing that
probably
somebody
should, but
passed
don't.
away in it? Posted to TikTok by Don't Be an Ash Hole. This person wasn't bothered. That is
Hi,
until
Joe,
she
it's me.
ripped up the carpet on the floorboards. A body outline is found with the case
Look, you
number
won't
and
get
dates
good
written
reactions from
beneath
it
one
because
arm.
I believe in ghosts. So.
Wasn't bothered knowing someone died in my new house. But imagine my surprise when I ripped up the floor.
There's also a stain on one side of the outline. So did the person just pass away, or was his life taken? Some are debating in the comments whether this is real or not, saying that the floorboards would be replaced as a biohazard, and that they don't draw these outlines anymore, as doing so can contaminate evidence. So is this just a trick by previous homeowners, as some TikTokers are suggesting? Talk about leaving a mark on a place. Number 9, non-believer. This Redditor was a skeptic at first, but when he captured this video, he was transformed. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit, Notorious Meseros writes, I heard noises in the garage. I was Snapchatting my fiance who was at work about it. My fiance said it's a ghost, and I was an on-the-fence believer until this. The footage shows a garage full of stuff. Just as the Redditor is saying he's not sure if he believes in ghosts,
That's why, because it's,
something large and heavy falls from a shelf. Some in the comments point out that the object rotates curiously first.
I'm not sure if I even believe anymore, but...
Believe now?
Yo... Okay...
Before falling, others think a rodent could have knocked it over, or some other critter, and still others think that this dude needs to clean his garage. Is that what the ghost is
You also need to
rudely
clean your ass.
suggesting here? I guess that's still better than dealing with a poltergeist. Number 8, run out of the demon house. Demons reside in this house. Published by Spooky Gotham in May of 2022, the ghost hunter heads inside to explore and is
I don't know what the
presented
Johnny
with some
Cash song is.
unruly activity. While he's outside of the demon house, he hears something inside.
Run on, you can see.
Totally
Run like a wild one. Okay. Fast as me.
And when he heads inside, it's made clear that he's not alone. Listen closely.
உண்மையாவாக்கா எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு அதை கேக்குறப்பே
உனக்கே Whoa.
Gotham continues to listen closely.
Hold on, what's...
உண்மையாவாக்கா எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கு அதை கேக்குறப்பே
No, it looks like an old granny's face to me.
But it wasn't though.
Gotham continues to look around while the demons follow. He then hears what sounds like footsteps.
உங்களுக்கு என் கூட பேசணும்னு விருப்பம் இருக்கா? கா? நீங்க தாராளமா என் கூட பேசலாம்க்கா.
And then something is wailing in the distance. He finds bare footprints on the floor.
Oh.
They look fresh. The demons get louder.
Renault, you can see I was about when I was a big one. That's next.
Should he stay? It looks
Yes,
like the
ma'am.
demons are inviting
Yes,
him to
ma'am.
leave.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
I were him, I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
heed that warning.
If I were you, I would ghost. If I were you, I would take your belongings and get them. Alright, I'll leave now.
Number 7, Ghoul in the Cupboard. Picture this. You're surveying an abandoned room when you see this. Published by Oliver Fear in March of 2022, this scary video and image are trending in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It looks like this was once a classroom. All the desks and chairs are piled into a corner
Oh
of
my
the
God.
room.
That
As
got
the
me.
camera pans around in the darkness, it
Is he not
captures a
gonna- my eyes are
bureau.
going. Look at my
There
eyes.
are books, papers, and magazines piled within each cupboard, except for this bottom one. What is that? In a half-open cupboard appears a young girl with long black hair, wearing a white dress. Her face looks skull-like, not human, maybe
Ghost Rider
demon.
sister?
The cameraman
Ghost Rider got a
doesn't
sister you
appear
gotta
to
tell us
see
about?
her in the moment. He continues to
How
pan
is he
around
not?
toward the windows, and when he swings back, the cupboard is empty.
that got me.
What is this figure? And where did she go? She's probably behind you. Number 6, Ghost Hand.
Let's try to make sure.
This
Okay.
man is panicking, and he has reason to.
Does he?
Published by Hayalette Videolari in November of 2013.
Fixing this mic every
The
single
creepy
day.
footage he captured will have you on edge. Though there's no context to this clip, the man is in a room alone, and he's very much afraid.
Guys, this is the area
Jesus Christ, that's
where I've seen a spirit roaming freely.
What of? We're not sure yet, until...
Are you there? Are you there inside? Oh my god! Oh my god!
After freaking out some more, the man wheels around the frosted window panel, and there's no one behind it. To whom does this hand belong? I'd wager the Invisible Man. Number 5, Ghost Woman on the Road. While driving down a cemetery bypass road, a creepy figure was spotted in the darkness. Published by Asmani Tagat in April of 2022. Dressed in white, this ghostly woman was captured on camera by the driver. As they approach the woman, she continues to just stand there. Only her long dark hair and white robe move slightly with the breeze. What is this woman doing? Is she warning them? Or should they
Investigating.
steer clear? Number 4,
Steer
Clown in
clear.
the Forest. While
Okay.
inside this haunted house, these ghost hunters are lured into the forest. Published by Lomar Mendez in October of 2021. The pair consider whether or not something is in the house with them, and as they explore the house, they hear something.
That was probably creepy.
Their camera's light appears to be malfunctioning, and soon they become positive that someone else is here.
Someone's here, someone's here, someone's here, someone's here.
As they wait in fear, They hear a strange noise from the next room, and then they see the figure. They take this as their cue to leave. While they do escape the house without incident, they're being followed, but the big reveal is yet to come.
Oh my.
Well, this is a pretty messed up thing for a dad to do.
A dad?
These two should look on the bright side. This could have ended so much worse. Number 3, overnight challenge. Matthias is taking this overnight challenge in a graveyard. The team is watching the footage back when they spot this. The figure is there for only a split second, so they comb through the footage, frame by frame, until they start to see it appear. Soon we see the figure holding a red light, but on closer inspection, he's actually wearing the lights as eyes. This is when Matthias and his crew spot him. You can see their flashlights in the shot. The stranger doesn't seem frightened. For a moment, he just stands there. Then he walks away.
That's us.
That was
That's
us. When I flashed the light on him, and then we booked it.
He's just
Well,
standing
yeah,
there.
it's like he doesn't look scared by us or anything.
He walks away.
And then he just leaves.
Later, there is a flash of light in the same spot, like something was vaporized. Its form appears like a figure. The figure grows very bright, and they are certain it's a ghost.
It gets way brighter.
Yeah, it's super bright.
Holy cow!
What is that? Okay, that's like 100% a ghost, right?
That
has
is.
to be
That
a ghost.
is. There's literally nothing else that could be.
Are these two events connected? Many in the comments think so, with someone noting that the ghost appeared at the witching hour. How very bewitching. Number 2, Goatman Forest.
Get it?
The Goatman is a thing of urban legend, something like a centaur. The goat-human hybrid is said to take refuge in the woods. Some say it's responsible for many missing dogs. Published by Hype Mike in March of 2021. This paranormal crew is in search of the mythical creature in Goatman Forest. Half of them rush back to the cabin after hearing something out in the forest behind them, as the other half continue on.
New Jersey, the New Jersey Jet.
Wait, what?
Go, man.
Something cracked right behind us, a huge tree or something, and we ran back to the cabin.
They find red liquid in the snow, and I think we can all imagine what it might be. Did some animals have a scuffle, or was it something else? After being scared off by the roaring, the crew comes upon some even more scary evidence that something's gone wrong.
Yo, get back. Just go.
This doesn't look like an animal's doing. After being scared off by the roaring, the crew comes upon some even more scary evidence that something's gone wrong.
Yo, get back.
See, I can't tell what's
This doesn't look like an animal's doing. Was it some ritualistic sacrifice?
I mean, I guess. Like, there's like blood on the tree and shit. Ew, what the heck?
Deeper in the forest, they hear this spine-tingling howl.
Hello?
Repeat that?
Did you hear that?
Dude, that is 100%
And once they
a
gather
Sasquatch.
together again,
Dude,
they realize
it's a low, deep, like
as an
real long.
axe has gone missing. Did the Goatman take it? The crew decides to invite the Goatman to the party with this chant, and they really shouldn't have.
Okay, ready? Goatman, we offer our blood to you.
I want to go in the woods because I have woods by the house, and I want to like do a Bigfoot roar and see if it gets anywhere. You know what I mean? Like see if I get a response or get something.
Show yourself to me.
Here, I'll illustrate.
Later, while they're chilling at the cabin, one of
You
the
guys are
crew
like 20
hears
seconds, though.
something.
I hear something really freaking creepy, and I just need to know if you guys can hear that.
No, well, I didn't hear anything.
What do you mean? Hear
Well, we're
something?
inside. We do not hear anything. Over.
Then they see something outside. What is it? Although I'd wager it being the goat man,
It's
we
the
currently don't
goat
know for
man.
sure.
What's up? What's what?
What?
Do you see that?
No. See what?
Outside. Oh, wait. Just turn the light off. Where's that?
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow.
Yeah, follow me. Not Instagram. No TikTok. No Facebook.
Follow button.
Follow me on YouTube though. Thank you, YouTube. But yeah. Chills. Look, okay. It's 11:28. That's the time this video is ending. 11:28 p.m. Seriously. So, you know, obviously have an amazing 4th of July. I might post tomorrow. I probably will. But see you all tomorrow, okay? I'll post on this channel again, another ghost video. I'll watch that new Sam McColby video they just posted. I don't know where it is, but they posted it 2 days ago this day, or yesterday. But I'll see you. And I'll see you with that Sam McColby stuff. Have a good night. Happy 4th of July, my human beings.